After I gave birth to my son, my was huge. And the reason why my ass was so huge, because I almost gained 20, and you already know my already have some ass shots. So my ass was already huge as like putting that baby weight on my body, plus them.
It looks like he's officially done playing defense for her. After Cardi B's Coachella performance went viral for all the wrong reasons, the internet lit up with brutal speculation that her BBL had completely flopped. And just like that, Stefan popped up back with his former flame, and boom, they were dating again. Cardi's BBL has been a hot topic for years. People have whispered, posted, and dragged, saying something just seems off. Now let's be clear, we're not body shaming, but the situation, it stinks. And apparently, it's stinking so bad that even Stefan might have tapped out because of it. As usual, Cardi hasn't stayed silent. She's been clapping back at fans who are furious about Stefan allegedly ditching her. Classic Cardi style. But let's be honest, the mess is already knee-deep and only getting smellier. Let's dive in. So, Cardi B's body has been a social media obsession for a minute now. And to her credit, she's been pretty open about the work she's had done. That said, people have praised her curves just as much as they've dragged her for overdoing it. The hard truth? Plastic surgery can be addictive. It's easy to get lost in the tweaks, snips, and fillers, and forget where the line is. Then came that viral Coachella photo, and not for the right reasons. Things got real messy, real fast. Cardi tried to shut it down, claiming the pic was altered, but everyone knows Getty doesn't touch up their photos. What you see is what you really get. In damage control mode, she dropped a new pic of herself, and honestly, it looked great. But fans weren't buying it. They accused her of slapping on filters and Photoshop like a band-aid over a bullet wound. And in true Cardi fashion, she went off, calling her critics broke, ugly, and bitter.
Always, you stupid, weak ass bitches. It's never the bad bitches. It's never the bad bitch. You know what it is? It's never the bad bitches, and it's never the trans bitches. The cunt trans fucks with it. The cunt trans always fucks with it. The bad fucks with it. The niggas with the money fucks with it. It's always you bad bill, angry, jealous bitches, and it's always you funky, ugly country butch queens.
As if the mess wasn't messy enough, the streets are now buzzing with a wild rumor. Stefon Diggs reportedly ditched Cardi B because her BBL smelled so bad. He couldn't take it anymore. Yeah, you heard that right. Word is, the breakup was less irreconcilable differences and more irrepressible odor. Allegedly, Stefan had to tap out and sprint back to his ex, who, unsurprisingly, welcomed him with open arms. And she wasn't subtle about it either. The ex wasted no time posting cozy pics of her, and Stefan cuddled up like they never skipped a beat. She even dropped receipts. Screenshots of Stefan texting her during the time he was supposed to be booed up with Cardi. Then, after weeks of silence, Sis came out swinging with shade. She posted, "That does not sound like the kind of talk you have." Fans immediately clocked it. Was Stefan two-timing Cardi the entire time? She followed up with, "I hate when a ninja act like he wasn't just crashing out being a stalker, but I'll let them have social media and play my part so he can get his clout." And if that wasn't enough, she ended the rant with a mic drop. "I don't post him, I be with him in real life, and we be doing it raw." Whew. Now the internet is pointing fingers and saying the real reason Cardi got left was her own BBL, the claim that it's so botched, it chased Stefan away. Look, I'm not confirming anything. I don't have nose proof, but if it's true, that's beyond messy. Still, it wouldn't be completely shocking. Cardi's love of cosmetic enhancements is no secret. Hollywood might be feeling some surgery fatigue, but let's be honest, plastic surgery is practically a rite of passage out there. Celebs love to act like their transformations came from kale and hot yoga, but we all know Pilates didn't give you a brand new face overnight. Most of them lie hard. They'll swear it's just contour, a new skincare routine, or I went vegan. And suddenly they've morphed into a human Bratz doll. But Cardi, she's always been real. She didn't pretend she just woke up one day with an hourglass figure. She's spoken openly about the procedures she's had, even warning fans to think twice before going under the knife. That kind of honesty, it's rare, and people respect her for it. Still, even her realness hasn't shielded her from criticism lately. Fans are starting to wonder, is Cardi doing too much? Her face and body seem to be evolving again, and not necessarily in the best way. The whispers are getting louder. People are asking whether all the tweaks, tucks, and touch-ups are starting to catch up. Cardi may not talk about it as openly now, but her history tells the story. She's said it before. Growing up, the standard of beauty in her world was thick thighs, big booties, curvy everything. That's what was celebrated. But young Cardi didn't fit that mold. She was skinny, and in her environment, skinny wasn't cute, it was clownable. She was one of the few girls who didn't have that coveted Coke bottle frame, and it messed with her. The bullying, the taunts, it chipped away at her self-esteem until she started feeling like something was wrong with her.
That like, they praise thick girls, that they praise as they praise thighs, they praise all of that, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's hard to just be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna walk around my flat. No. Some of y'all happy with it, and that's great, but that just wasn't me when I was young, so.
When Cardi started stripping, the game started to change, but not quite in the glittery, self-love fairy tale people imagine. The club didn't instantly hand her confidence or power. In fact, it hit her with another harsh reality check. She still didn't have the it body that dominated the scene. She stayed slim, and in her culture, curves weren't just desired, they were worshipped. And once again, Cardi found herself invisible, ignored, undervalued. The rejection only deepened the wounds left by years of bullying and feeling like she wasn't enough. But Cardi's a hustler. She saved her coins and made her first move, breast augmentation at just 18. That surgery, a game changer. For the first time, she felt like she was becoming the woman she wanted to see in the mirror. But if you know anything about cosmetic surgery, you know that high doesn't last long. Once you fix one thing, it becomes a slippery slope. That boob job was just the beginning. After the surgery, things improved, slightly, but she was still making less than the curvier dancers, and her flat backside kept her from competing with the big earners. To make it worse, her man was cheating. And guess what the other girl had? A huge booty. Suddenly, it wasn't just about money, it was personal. She started thinking, if I just had more curves, maybe he wouldn't stray. But Cardi was only 20, broke, and living in New York. Nowhere near the kind of money or access needed for a legit BBL. She also didn't have enough body fat to harvest for one. So she turned to a back alley option. She found a woman named Donna Francis and paid $800 for illegal silicone injections in her thighs and butt. Yeah, that Donna Francis, the same woman who made headlines after one of her clients died during a procedure. After a drawn-out legal mess, Donna was eventually arrested and sentenced for running an illegal silicone ring. Cardi survived, but barely, and it wasn't without consequences. She told GQ the aftermath was hell. It was the craziest pain ever. I felt like I was going to pass out. I felt dizzy, and it leaked for like 5 days. Yikes. That pain scared her straight for a while. Cardi laid off surgery after that, finally feeling like she had the body she always wanted. But the peace didn't last. In 2019, after giving birth to her daughter Culture, she found herself back on the table. Breastfeeding had changed her body, and she wasn't feeling the new look. She went in for a touch-up and added liposuction to bounce back faster. Big mistake. She didn't give herself enough time to recover. Instead of resting, she jumped right back into her demanding schedule of performances and appearances. At one point, her feet were so swollen from the lipo, she posted a photo online. And let's just say, it was not cute. Her body was screaming for rest, and she finally had to listen. The swelling scared her so badly that she actually took her doctor's advice and pulled back. She even told fans, I've been working out for the past 2 weeks because I ain't getting surgery again. For a while, it looked like Cardi was swearing off the knife. She even tried to fix her nose with fillers instead of surgery, but that didn't go as planned either. The fillers gave her nose a strange shape, and eventually, she caved and went in for a full rhinoplasty to get it right. But of course, it didn't stop there. After giving birth to her second child in 2021, Cardi hinted at getting a tummy tuck. No matter how much she worked out, she said, the loose skin from pregnancy just wouldn't go away. But what really had fans talking wasn't the tummy, it was the booty. Suddenly, her backside looked bigger again. And the proportions? A little off. Her waist looked snatched, but her butt was still massive, and people were side-eyeing her hard. Accusations started flying. She's back on the table, more butt shots, sneaky procedures. Social media went wild with people saying she looked unnatural, even unhealthy. But Cardi, being Cardi, wasn't about to let the internet drag her without clapping back. She hopped on Instagram Live to shut down rumors that she'd gotten more shots. She didn't play dumb, she didn't act like she couldn't see what people were saying. She admitted it, yeah, her butt looked a little off. But in true Cardi fashion, she faced it head on, bold, unbothered, unapologetic.
The dancer and everything, like, I had the tees, I had the bomb tattoos, I had a 6-pack, I could do a whole split, everything, but not split, but I could do crazy pole tricks, all that shit. But I was missing some.
Cardi's been open about regretting her illegal butt enhancements for a while now. And to be honest, it's been pretty clear that her BBL hasn't been delivering the glow up it once did. She's tried to fix it, but reversing that kind of damage, not easy. Allegedly, things got so bad that her booty started to smell. Yeah, you heard that right. Rumor has it the situation turned funky enough that her man at the time, Stefan, ran straight back to his ex and dumped her. But here's the kicker. Stefan is basically just Offset 2.0. Let's not act like he was some loyal saint. Word is, he's been caught cheating too. He's a known player, and even young Miami had to bench him because he couldn't keep it in his pants. She straight up kicked him off.